All right, welcome to Monday Night Football, NFL Monday, October 27th, between Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. And as you can see, the opening odds are on the screen. These odds right here. Washington opens at plus 160. Kansas City opens at minus 192. Now, obviously, they are drastically different. The odds are drastically different from that now, but let's go over them right now. Currently, they are plus 520, minus 720, Washington to Kansas City. So it's a huge difference from where we opened. But this is a huge indicator of what's going to happen. We'll go over that in a moment. On the spread, opening, Washington was plus 3.5, minus 105. Kansas City opened at negative 3.5 point favorites at negative 115. That is drastically different now, as you can see. Kansas City is now negative 11.5 at minus 108. Washington is at plus 111.5 at minus 112 cost. Currently, that is. Total opened at over 48.5, under 48.5, minus 110 cost even. Currently, it is over 47.5, minus 115 cost over, minus 105 cost under. And well, let's go over the splits on those odds currently. As you can see right here, Washington 4% on the money line right now currently. Not getting much of the money or the betting. 4% betting, 4% money. Spread is a little different. 31% going Washington's way, 29% going Washington's way on the money. 69% going Kansas City's way on the betting, 71% going Kansas City's way on the money on the spread. Over under total. Percentage of bets over 51.5, over 53.5, under 49.5, under 47.5, betting to money respectively. All right, based off those opening odds, we're going to go over the expected value real quick. It is based off $100 wagers. Expected value right here is the formula, and let's go over or you could just use the EV calculator, expected value calculator, if you go through expected value betting. Now we will have expected value props on the Patreon. That will be in the link on the Patreon, that is. Now based off the plus 160 minus 192, that gives Washington a 37% win percentage. That gives Kansas City a 63% win percentage. Negative $3.80 expected value for Washington opening. Kansas City's opening expected value is negative $4.19 currently, based off of the plus 520 minus 172 current odds on the money line. That gives Washington a 16% win percentage and Kansas City an 84% win percentage. So drastically different from where we opened. Now this is one of the lowest expected values I've ever seen for a game, even with high odds. Expected value for Washington is negative 80 cents. And that's it. Expected value for Kansas City currently, that is based off the plus 520 minus 720, gives Kansas City a negative $4.33 expected value. So not very many people putting money on Washington at all anyway. And it's clearly obvious that who the dominant team is, and they're telling you who the dominant team is, and the NFL is more than likely going to show you who the dominant team is in this game. Now, odds movements from Wednesday, October 22nd. We're also going to do the odds movements from yesterday, October 26th, into today. Monday Night Football's biggest changes come on the Sunday to Monday for the Monday night games, that is. From Sunday to Monday are the most telling differences in where they want the games to go, because the odds changed so much that they didn't do throughout the week. Plus 430 on Wednesday, October 22nd for Washington, minus 590 for Kansas City. 4% betting for Washington, 2% money for Washington. 98% money for Kansas City, 96% betting for Kansas City. So they were huge favorites then, and they're even bigger favorites now. Now the odds have slightly decreased on the money. They're down to 98 to 96, Not a big deal, but it is what it is. 3% here for Washington based off this plus 540, minus 770 on Sunday for Kansas City. 97% betting on Sunday. 4% money for Washington. 96% money for Kansas City. Spread odds movements 10-22. They were 10.5 point favorites on Wednesday. Minus 110 cost there. Minus 110 cost for Kansas City. 35% betting for Washington. 18% money for Washington. Kansas City 65% betting for Kansas City. 82% money for Kansas City. Sunday, October 26th. Went up a point. 11-point underdogs of Washington at minus 105 cost from minus 110 cost here. And 11-point favorites are Kansas City at minus 115 cost. Now, 34% here, 66% here. 1% difference here, 9% difference here. 27% money on the spread. It is higher than that now. 73% money here for Kansas City. Total over 47.5, minus 110 cost even. On Wednesday, 28% there, 72% on the betting. 28% for over, 72% going under. 23% going over, 77% going under on the money. Sunday, October 26th, over, under 47.5 points. Over gets the minus 115 cost, under gets the minus 105 cost. 43% betting going over, 57% betting going under. So it's a little 20, almost 15-20% difference on the over-unders. 44% money going over, 56% money going under. And that is where the odds have moved from Wednesday to Sunday to now Monday. We just went over the Monday odds. Now, based off the money line, as you can see, the odds drastically changed. 590 to 770. Now they are back to 720. With Washington's expected value being so low, it's very difficult to see them winning this game. But where they can pull the wool over your eyes, beware of massive home favorites. But the way Kansas City is trending and the way they went through their narrative of going through their slump early in the season. They completed that narrative. Now it looks like they're looking to just grow from there and go from there. The Chargers are on their heels in the division. And, more than likely one of those teams, Kansas City or Chargers, more than likely the Chargers will end up as a wild card or a lower AFC playoff seed. Both are getting in, more than likely. Now, with them going up so high on this 720, with Kansas City getting all of this money, it's hard to see them not winning this game. It's hard to see Kansas City not winning this game. But Washington plus 11.5 points. They could be that the safe pick would go with Washington on the spread. That would be the safe pick. But the way they're moving these odds, it's hard to believe that they're going to allow Washington to win this game in any facet, even on the spread. Because if you look at the spread, it went up to 11.5 points. 11.5 points, and more than likely it will end up at 11.5 points. And it could go back down to 10.5 points based on the way they're moving it. But as it currently stands, they're 11.5. We'll just focus on that where we are now. 34% betting. Well, let's see where we are now. These are the current odds now. Okay, it's still 11.5. Okay, odds are still the same. It's still early Monday morning. Not going to be too much movement till more than likely the afternoon. So, when the sharps go in, they bet late and they bet heavily and they influence the odds the most. That's why I say bet late and analyze the odds. Now, they went down to minus 105 cost here. And currently, they went back up to minus 112. Which is why I say Washington could be the safe pick, but this is still early. More than likely, they do those things to entice you to go with the favorite at a lower cost on those spreads, that is. Currently, Kansas City cost is minus 108 at 11.5 points, as you can see right here. When you see these odds move, they move from 82 back down to 73% on the spread. Now, currently, It's less than that. There's 71% and 69% betting. 71% and 69% betting. All right. What that tells you is they're looking to let Kansas City sweep this. They went down on money, they went up in cost. But Washington is up now at -112. They're enticing you to go with that Washington spread. Could happen, but look out for Kansas City the way they're moving those odds. Total over under 47.5 has remained pretty consistent throughout the week, with the exception of the opening at 48.5. But throughout the week it has remained consistent. -110 cost there, -115 cost over, -105 cost under. 57% betting there, 56% betting on the under as of yesterday. And currently it is 49% betting and 47% betting on that under. 49 and 47 on that under. So if you see, let's see, 49 here and 47% here. Okay, it went down. Let's see where it went on the cost. -115 cost there. -105 cost there. All right, -115, -105. Okay, over under is still the same. Over under is still the same. Now, the way they're moving these odds, these -105s hit on the totals and spreads more than you think. I would actually join the public and go with that under as it currently stands. Only as it currently stands. But if you see this total go up to 48.5, look out for the over. If it goes up, look out for the over. They're enticing you to go under, which is where most people are going to, getting you to join the public in that instance. Do not fall for that trap. But that is more than likely what's going to happen in this game. Join the Patreon. We will have picks, props, and parlays on there, as well as the expected value props as well. That's the basically the little props that you can make the most money on if they hit. And it's just little odds, that little like unsung heroes that you could benefit from. But yeah, on the Patreon, link is in the description. All picks will be on there as well as the other sports as well. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Pray every day. I've been Scott, and join the Patreon. Link is in the description and in the video. You guys take care.